This is not just ham. This is Jamón Ibérico, the crown jewel of Spanish gastronomy, a delicacy that sells for thousands per leg. And yet this exquisite taste hides a dark, sprawling truth. A high-stakes black market operates in the shadows of European luxury. Its currency? Counterfeit Iberico. But the fraud goes deeper than mere food fakery. It leads to the highest echelons of power. Tonight, we will reveal how a $10,000 leg of ham became the linchpin of a multi-million-dollar money laundering operation, funneling cash for Europe's most wanted organized crime syndicate. This is the tale of deception, smuggling, and the wealthy elite who knowingly consume the lie. The question isn't how they faked the ham. The question is, who was the final, high-ranking consumer who knew this delicacy was tainted by crime, yet chose to eat it anyway? If your taste for the exquisite is matched only by your craving for high-stakes real-world crime, stick with Crime Cuisine. The trail of the Jamón Deception starts now. To understand the crime, you must understand the treasure. Jamón Ibérico is unique. It comes from the rare Black-Hoofed Iberian pig raised in the Dehesa, Spanish oak forests. Its price is justified by the 3-year curing process and, critically, the pig's diet of sweet acorns, bellota. This diet gives the meat a complex, nutty flavor and a unique fat profile that literally melts at room temperature. The most prized legs bear the black label, the pata negra. This is the target of our deception. The black market saw an opportunity in this scarcity. They realized that the complex certification process, tracking the pig's genetics, diet, and cure time, created a perfect window for fraud. The syndicate's method was chillingly efficient. They would take cheaper, high-quality but non-Iberico ham, apply counterfeit labels, and, most critically, use a proprietary chemical injection to mimic the specific fatty acid profile created by the bellota diet. The result? A product that fooled all but the most seasoned, high-tech food labs. If you appreciate the meticulous detail of a well-crafted crime, please hit the like button on this video. Your support helps Crime Cuisine expose these masters of deception. The real danger wasn't the fake ham itself, but its route. The counterfeit Iberico was not sold to unaware tourists. It was strategically inserted into legitimate, high-volume shipments destined for exclusive, high-end European restaurants and diplomatic circles. This was the syndicate's money laundering scheme. They would grossly overprice the fraudulent ham, moving millions in illicit funds under the guise of trading the world's most expensive delicacy. The ham was the currency of the criminal underworld. The investigation, led by a small, specialized unit of the Spanish Guardia Civil, ran into dead ends for years. The paper trail was flawless. The food tasted perfect. Their breakthrough came from a single, critical error. The syndicate, in its haste, failed to account for a tiny, almost microscopic bacterial signature that naturally develops during the traditional 3-year mountain cure. This signature was absent in the chemically accelerated counterfeit. This tiny biological flaw was the smoking gun. The Guardia Civil traced the flow of the contaminated ham to a specific, highly exclusive distribution list. The final destination, not just Europe's most luxurious tables, but the home of Ambassador Julian Cortés. Cortés was a charismatic, seemingly incorruptible figure known for his lavish private dinner parties, attended by Europe's most powerful politicians and financiers. Could a respected diplomat be the final link in the chain? The distributor insisted the shipments were addressed directly to Cortés's private residence, always under the guise of special order, top-tier pata negra. The question remained, was Cortés a victim, merely fooled by the fraud, Or was he a willing participant? The Guardia Civil knew they couldn't just raid his home. They needed irrefutable proof that Cortés was complicit in the money laundering, not just an unknowing consumer. They needed to know if he knew he was eating a crime. Detective Elena Ramos, leading the investigation, reviewed hours of surveillance from the delivery docks. She noticed a pattern. The real Pata Negra Iberico legs had a specific faded batch number stamp. The counterfeit ones, destined for Cortés, had a stamp that was slightly too bold, slightly too clean. A minor detail, visible only under high magnification. And then she found it. An archived photo from one of Cortés's private parties. Cortés was holding a leg of ham, demonstrating the cutting technique for his guests. In the photo, his thumb was deliberately placed over the counterfeiter's bold stamp, but his other hand was clearly pointing to the fraudulent serial number for the camera. Cortés wasn't just eating the fraud, he was advertising it. The fraudulent serial number, when traced back, led directly to shell corporations used by the crime syndicate. Cortés was an active facilitator, using the exclusive demand for Iberico to move dirty money, giving his corrupt partners a delicious, high-status cover. The act of sharing the fraudulent ham was a perverse display of power, a silent toast to the crime network at the expense of his country's culinary heritage. Ambassador Cortés was quietly recalled and subsequently indicted, although the full extent of the syndicate's operation remains classified. The Jamón Deception exposed a bitter truth. Even the most meticulous culinary art can be corrupted by greed. The true Pata Negra remains a symbol of Spanish pride, but for those who know the story, every glossy, delicious slice now carries the faint metallic scent of political treachery and organized crime. It reminds us that sometimes the price of luxury is far higher than the menu suggests. Thank you for joining us on this high-stakes culinary investigation on Crime Cuisine. If this tale of luxury, black market, and political scandal satisfied your appetite for truth, please hit the like button, share this video with fellow connoisseurs of crime, and, critically, subscribe to our channel. We expose a new culinary crime every week. What luxury food item do you think is most likely to be used for black market smuggling? Share your insights and any culinary crimes you've encountered in the comments below. Until next time, stay vigilant, and remember, always check the label.